folks, just out for a bit of a forage. Just come across a nice little hazelnut tree here. Perfect. Hey folks, Alloutdoor1 here. Welcome to another video. Just a quick update on my latest configuration for my outdoors stroke bushcrafting kit. Now, you know, this is a kit for basically when you want to go out for a couple of days, up to 3 or 4 days, and just have a bit of fun out making some fires and various little bushcrafting tasks. By all means, it's not all encompassing, but it works for me, and it is quite a lightweight kit, so just allows you to kind of move around more comfortably whilst having lots of available firepower, so to speak. So first up piece of kit, a vital piece of woods kit in my opinion. Always good to have some kind of hatchet, axe. This is just a really small one, can even be worn on a belt really comfortably. Good quality steel there. This is made by Wetterlings, I believe it's their Scout axe. Really good steel on this, I have to say. Really does maintain an edge for prolonged periods of cutting. Next up we have this pouch. This was actually a good find. I found this in, I think it was in a pound store a little while back, and yeah, it actually fitted my kit perfectly. But let's go ahead and see what we've got here. Over here we've got a bit of extra paracord wrapped in this sleeve. Underneath this sleeve we have a pair of stainless steel tweezers. Various uses for those, but the whole thing just makes a handy little pull cord for where my head torch usually sits. At the moment it's illuminating the scene, so I'll show that at the end. And there's a belt carry loop here if you want to carry it in that configuration. Can even be used to carry it around your neck by threading your lanyard through here. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's inside. So first up, just get this out of the way for a sec. First up we have the second most important piece of kit in here. This is my trusty Forkniven F1. I do love this blade, honestly. Takes maximum abuse, but always stays true. Really good size, a little chunky for some of the finer bushcrafting tasks, which is why I carry a smaller knife as well. Do love this piece of kit. Probably my best knife of all time, and I've handled some pretty expensive ones in relation to this. I've got my custom made Kydex sheath there. You've probably all seen that before, with a couple of 3 ranger bands here securing 3 quite important items. So right here we have a whistle, we have a magnesium bar with fire steel attached, and in here we have some heat shrink wrap tube surrounding a couple of Vaseline impregnated cotton balls for your ultimate little fire making kit just here. Obviously the striker for the fire steel and to scrape the magnesium rod is the knife itself. Finally over here we have an RT SOLAS locator. This is the glow in the dark side, meaning when it's lying next to me in my tent, which is my preferred mode of habitation, so to speak, in the forest, then I can always find it quickly and I always know where the blade is. The other side of this is reversible, and the other side is a light reflecting SOLAS material, so perfect when someone's trying to find you in torchlight, for example. And what self-respecting bushcraft kit would be complete without some kind of wood saw? I've shown this to you before. This is my modified Opinel number 12 saw. Good quality stainless steel there, so that means you don't have to care for it so much. Obviously it will rust if you really abuse the thing, but I've had this one for about 3 years now, I think it is, and as you can see it's still pretty much blemish free. I have done what some would say is a poor modification job on the handle, but I kind of like it, and it definitely adds a huge amount of grip to the otherwise smooth wood of the original handle. For its size, it's definitely a capable saw. You know, it's probably not as good as the Fisker's classic bushcrafting saw. Obviously that's got a longer edge to it, so you can get through bigger pieces of wood. But if you're just going to do small bushcrafting tasks and fire building, for example, it's perfect for firewood prep, anything along those lines, you know, when you're not going through giant boughs. So next up in that little pouch we have a Forkniven DC4 sharpening stone, diamond sharpening stone with a smooth ceramic back. Very good quality sharpening stone this. Will put an edge on a very rough piece of steel really quickly. Cousin of mine recently bought himself a cookery at a fair or some type. Against my advice, generally they tend to be poor quality steel. It is some kind of stainless with a horrible camo pattern on it, but you know, it's a decent hunk of steel and came completely blunt, surprise surprise, and took me about 15 minutes to give it a really good edge on there with this steel. Next up we've got my controversial firelighting kit. This is the converted 303 Lee Enfield oil canister, which I've basically filled up with a wick, and you simply add meths to make it into a useful bit of fire making kit. Solid as you like, unlikely to ever break. Along with that, I've paired it up with a nice thick fire steel. Should last a lifetime pretty much, unless things go horribly wrong. Yeah, glow in the dark top here means that if you drop it, you'll be able to find it easily in the dark. Also, it just looks damn cool. I recently went to the War and Peace show and picked up this for £1, bargainous. It's a oil container for an AK-47, I believe. I was told this, and I actually use it as a great little mess bottle, used in conjunction with the converted Lee Enfield oil container. Just simply pour the mess into there and use as necessary. Not an essential part of my bushcrafting kit by any means, but somehow I just can't get rid of this thing. I just love it so much. There's just something there's something reassuring about this product. It's your good old glow tube. Works on the 23A batteries, available in a lot of places. Lasts absolutely ages. I've had this out on about 15 trips now and have yet to replace the battery. Maybe use it for up to an hour or two at a time. Makes for a great little camp light actually when you're trying to maintain some kind of light discipline, and perfect for up close tasks, just to see what you're doing around the camp. Have it next to your water kit whilst you're boiling water, so you can see what you're doing, making your tea and coffee. Also works great as a intent lamp, basically, just to illuminate the close area around you. Works well in that capacity, and is also waterproof to something like 300 meters, which I just think is a great touch. Next up we have an Oscar Delta Go Tube, waterproof to millions of meters, not quite sure how many, but definitely absolutely waterproof. And in here I have two CR123 batteries alongside a couple of ultra small little towelettes, the type that expand in water. Just keeps moisture level to a minimum inside the tube, and obviously protects the batteries from touching each other and from getting battered around too much in there. You know, reassuring to have two batteries that will pretty much not get damaged in any way. Last item now in the pouch is this Forkniven U2 small folder. Nice reassuring lock on that one. Keep this blade at maximum sharpness at all times. Really is hair poppingly sharp. Keeps an edge for ages as well. And this is the blade I was referring to earlier as my kind of finer bushcrafting blade when I want to do slightly finer carving tasks. Last bits in this kit are my head torch. Very useful to have a compact little head torch. perfect for when you arrive at camp and you have to set camp up in the dark. This one's got loads of modes, lasts for hours and hours and hours, and is really lightweight and can't really fault it. Alongside that we have a spare battery in a waterproof capsule, also built onto the headband, so you've got both items always readily accessible if it suddenly cuts out on you whilst you're stomping through the woods at night. This is a CR123 battery, and on the lower setting, just a sec. On the lower setting, puts out like half a lume or something and lasts for about a month. And this is actually enough light to do lots of little bits and pieces around the camp. As I said, a great little head like this, would definitely recommend the Zebra light range. And finally in the kit we have my Monster Lumens torch with a tritium insert there, so you can always find this quickly and easily in the dark, and that just rotates along with it so it never really gets in your way. Great torch this. This is the Clarus ST2C. Seen it all before in my videos, loads of modes including the Monster 800 lumens mode, which just blinds everything in sight. Ultimately this is just a naughty little bit of kit that I like to carry with me. Yeah, it's not absolutely a necessity in my bushcrafting kit, but definitely good if you want to blind some badgers. So folks, this is what I'm packing in the woods nowadays. Hope you liked the video. Be sure to subscribe and hit the like button if you choose to do so. Obviously, as with my EDC stuff, these kits are always a work in progress and will always change with circumstance and opinion. This is Alloutdoor1 signing out for now. Thanks for watching. Take care.